Well, as the cruise director, I oversee all of the entertainment here on board the ship. We have a massive team of crew members and managers here, but I oversee all of the fun stuff. I like to call myself the captain of the fun, so to speak. But my areas of responsibility include the Walt Disney Theatre, the adult and family entertainment around the ship as well in the various public lounges, from the musicians, the technicians, the youth activity spaces, as well as the port adventures here on board the ship. So everything that you're going to have fun with, I hope, is what I oversee. Yeah, it's interesting. To become a cruise director on board the ship, there's a lot of different ways you can go about doing it. For me personally, my background was in sport and recreation and event management before I started on the ship, and I actually started on the ship 11 years ago in youth activities as a counsellor. I was youth activities and crew staff within my first contract. Fell in love with cruising and with Disney as a company. This was the first cruise company that I'd worked for, and then progressively worked my way through the ranks from there. Another contract in crew staff, hosting the family and adult activities, then onto the shore excursions or port adventures manager, then onto the assistant cruise director, then cruise director. But a lot of the cruise directors out there have come from more of a entertainment background, so there's a couple of different routes to do it, either event management or sort of the entertainer background. A couple of my colleagues have come from the Walt Disney Theatre and up through stage management, then into the back of house and planning of the events. So a couple of different ways to get to cruise director. I smile because there's a challenge every single day, but that's why we love these longer cruises and the cruises in the Mediterranean. You never really know what's going to happen with the different countries we visit, and also the length of cruising, and also the amount of time people spend off the ship. It's just a completely different way of cruising. The ports are the destination rather than the ship. You do need to get on out and explore the ship, so a lot of our focus is on the port adventures, helping people get ashore, get that extra information across, really making the crew members knowledgeable to answer the questions so that our guests can enjoy all of the ports of call and the incredible history of the towns, the cities, the areas and the countries that we visit as well. I have a favourite country. My favourite country outside Australia is Italy, so I just love Italy, and I love La Spezia because I love the Cinque Terre, the UNESCO listed 5 towns on the coast, just absolutely spectacular, and holds fond memories for me because that was a vacation I took many years ago before we cruised here and actually got engaged in Italy, so I just love Italy. For the shipboard activities here during the Mediterranean, it's a lot more spread out because we do have our guests spend so much time ashore, but a lot of the enhancements we do make on the ship is we add shows into the Walt Disney Theatre, obviously because it's a longer cruise, we still need to entertain our guests in the evenings. We enhance the menus and our themes around the entertainment as well. Also what we do is we get a lot of the local performers who come on board the ship. We have a string quartet who come on and perform around the ship. We have a French duo who come on board as well, a comic duo who do roaming sets and comedy around the ship. We had an Italian soloist who sings in the atrium and the restaurants as well, trying to give some of the local feel and culture on board the ship to add and enhance to the already activities that we have on board. Dine and Play was a new initiative about 6 months ago. It came to us, I guess, from feedback from our guests as well, who always wanted to utilise the youth activities program. The best compliment we get is when children don't want to leave youth activities, and that's even to dinner as well with their families. But we also understand that dining together as a family is a very important part of your vacation, part of the day. So we still want our guests to enjoy that as a family. So as an enhancement for those people who do dine a little bit later on in the cruise, that second seating dinner, what happens is 45 minutes into service, our service team expedite the service. Our youth activities team comes straight down to the restaurant so the parents don't have to leave. And after about 45 minutes, we know the children are ready to probably go and play with their friends or have had enough of sitting at the table. So our youth activities team comes straight to the restaurant, pick up the children and take them back upstairs to our youth activities program, which is great for the children, great for the family who want to extend out their dinner, often up to almost 2 hours sitting and having that conversation while the children are off having a great time as well. With the port adventures, when we're setting up an itinerary, we have a great deal to do with these preferred vendors that we use and sell the port adventures here on board the ship, and a cross-section of port adventures available from the very active tours to slow walking tours, just to sightseeing, but also in there are ones dedicated to families and children, from cooking experiences at traditional farmhouses where you're making pizza and actually making food for your family that you can eat later on as part of that tour, from making mosaics in Tunisia, and absolutely incredible mosaics that the children made this particular cruise as well. So we try to make sure that the children are having fun and make sure that the families can utilise their time ashore in the various different ports and have different experiences, from the sightseeing to the ones that do engage the children as well. First time cruisers, don't stay in your cabin. Make sure you get on off and enjoy the ship. Our crew members are absolutely phenomenal, so enjoy the ship, explore the ship, but enjoy the great crew members and enjoy the ports of call. It's an immersive experience where you do have to go out and seek that experience, but at the same time, if you want to relax, there's plenty of things just to do, or great entertainment activities just to sit around and relax at the end of the day as well. Yeah, I guess one of the special things about Disney as a company is we're always trying to give back to the community as well. We have a special program on board for the volunteers, for crew members who can volunteer their time, and actually their time continues to accumulate across the year as well, and then the certain number of hours you get equates to money giving into a charity of your choice or cause. And but what we do in the ports of call, not only in our regular home port of Port Canaveral, cleaning beaches, giving back to the community, but the special thing about these new itineraries is we get to give to the communities we visit for the very first time. So Mickey and his friends, along with the crew members, head on out and visit schools, orphanages, hospitals for day visits in these ports of call, giving back and to the community, because these people never have a chance, these children never get to see Mickey Mouse, and he's always been a character in a movie, maybe in a cartoon, and to see Mickey Mouse there is just absolutely incredible and so rewarding for us and the volunteers who go out into the ports as well. I have so many great memories on the ship, from incredible guest experiences to seeing the locals react to the first time Disney Cruise Line comes into a port, seeing children chant at a pier or a port until Mickey Mouse appears, from going out doing volunteer programs the first time we ever go to a port of call and seeing children react in the hospitals or the orphanages or the schools that we visit. But I guess my fondest memory on the ship is with a Make-A-Wish child that I didn't know was Make-A-Wish on board the ship, and I struck up a particular relationship with him and invited him to a special appearance with Mickey Mouse, and he actually was dancing, got up out of his wheelchair and started dancing for the first time in 6 months, and it's something that I will always hold a memory, a special memory for me. It's just absolutely incredible, and still stay in contact with family today.